Okay, this question says figure 3.1 shows a sketch of some of the ionization energies of phosphorus, and it's saying construct an equation to represent the third ionization energy of phosphorus. Now remember, third ionization energy means that you're making a P3 plus ion, right? And it's obviously going to be in its gaseous state, because when you initially started to remove electrons, the atoms were in their gaseous state. The phosphorus atoms, the 1 mole of phosphorus atoms, were in their gaseous state when you removed 1 mole of electrons from it. So obviously all the positive ions that you get are also going to be in their gaseous state. So if you're making a 3 plus ion, you'll be able to do that from a 2 plus ion. So if P would have a charge of 2 plus, and you would remove 1 mole of electron from it right here, right? So a 2 plus phosphorus ion went into a 3 plus phosphorus ion. That's called the third ionization energy, removing the third electron. And how would you remove the third electron? From a 2 plus ion, right? Now the next bit says complete the graph in 3.1 to show the third to sixth ionization energy of phosphorus. Please understand that when you start to remove electrons, the ionization energy will generally increase because you're removing electrons from a more positively charged ion. You know, the ratio of protons to electrons start to increase. Fewer electrons are being pulled by protons, by the same number of protons, so the attractive forces actually increase and it's difficult to remove the electrons. But where do you see a big jump? You see a big jump where there's a change of shells, right? Where you move from one shell to the other shell. So for that, you'll have to look at the electronic configuration of phosphorus, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the shortcut which I taught you guys in the previous class. If I show you phosphorus, it's right here. It's in group 15, or you could say group 5, which means it has 5 electrons in its outermost shell. And so where would you see the big jump? Well, I'll see the big jump after I remove the 5 electrons, because you know the 5 electrons are in the same shell. So you won't see a big jump right here, but after you remove all the 5 electrons, when you move on to remove the 6th electron, you will see a big jump between the 5th electron removal and the 6th electron removal, aka the 5th ionization energy and the 6th ionization energy, because the 6th electron would be removed from a shell closer to the nucleus, right? Because after you remove 5 electrons, they all belong to the same principal quantum number, but the 6th electron would belong to a principal quantum number which is closer to the nucleus. So the 5th and 6th ionization energy, you're gonna see between the 5th and 6th ionization energy, you're gonna see a big jump. Other than that, removing electrons would just give you guys a general increase in ionization energy. So if I were to plot it, the third ionization energy would be obviously higher, the fourth would be higher, the fifth would be higher, but this between the fifth and the sixth ionization energy, there's going to be a large jump. You have to show this jump visibly to the examiner, and that's that.